As a young child, I watched my father play baseball. He was a semi-pro player, and I wanted to be just like him. At the age of 9, there was an announcement at the school that I was working at that they were going to establish a softball team. And I decided that I wanted to be a part of that team. I showed my father the flyer. I told him, I want to be just like you, Dad. So we went to the team meeting. I was playing with my friends outside. My father entered the meeting to talk about the softball team and the establishment of it. My father abruptly comes outside and says, "We're going home." And I didn't know what was wrong, but I knew he was upset. So once we arrived home, he said, "Let's take out the ball and the mitt, and we're going to practice. We're going to practice throwing." And it was fun for a while. And we relentlessly practiced throwing. Even my mother tried to intervene and say, "That's enough, Dad. Let's take a break." But he said, "Absolutely not. We have to keep practicing." And then it was time to practice batting. And I actually had to bat towards a tire, which he had painted a target on it, which was awkward for me. But I did what he said. I practiced batting for hours. I swung the bat as hard as I could. My mother again tried to intervene, but we practiced this way for 3 days. It was the first day of practice. I was very excited. I come in to the practice. I feel some resistance from the coach, but I'm not worried about it. He tells me to stand in the outfield. Unaware of what that meant, I went ahead into the outfield, happy as could be, and I watched the other kids bat. And the ball didn't go very far. You know how little kids bat. The ball didn't go very far. I just short bunts. And I watched this happen, and then it became my turn to bat. And I was so excited. I looked at my father. My father said, "Hit the ball hard." And when that ball came to me, I nailed it. I hit it out of the park. Everybody was amazed. The coach went to my father and said, "Have her here at practice tomorrow." And I was thrilled to be a member of the team. And my entire life, I was an all-star, all-team player. I played on my high school team. I was an all-city player. I got a scholarship to a Division I college and continued playing. My entire life, until about 2 years ago, I retired. And finally one day, I sat down with my father, and I had the memory of that day when he came out of that softball practice meeting so upset. And I asked him, "What happened?" He said, "Well, when I told the coach that you were deaf and that you wanted to play on the team, he said that you couldn't because you were deaf." And looking back, I understand why my father did what he did, and I thank him so much for getting me started in this career. And he has passed since, but I thank my father so much for the experience that I had of my life.